Hello, welcome back to another anime art video. My name is Dennis and I am a beginner artist. And in today's video, I'm going to be drawing another one of the Espada. And this Espada in particular was previously just an Ehucha or Vastolores, and then the power got bestowed upon her by one Sosuke Aizen. Look, I'm gonna keep it real. Aizen knows what he's doing. Basically, based on what I'm seeing, Aizen realized that, hey, that those four women over there, they are protecting each other. They have just gotten to know each other, and their boss, her right here, uh, is is one that likes to protect the people that are underneath her. So he realizes that, and he's like, okay, cool, bet. He realizes that she has an issue with the king of the area. So what he does is he realizes the difference between the two. One, the difference is that if he were to go after the girl first, the women first, he would be the enemy that attacks them, right? And she wouldn't side with him if he were to just display him being stronger than them, right? Because he would be the enemy that is, doing all of this. So he took the better option because he knows that, hey, this one is likes to protect her friends, and that one is a king that likes to protect the land that he rules, and he thinks that he's all powerful and he's bored to that extent. So that guy being shown somebody that is stronger, right? That guy would more fall in line with a power that is stronger than his own, as long as he can get the power to one day combat the individual that made him uh no longer the king of Waco Mundo, right? So Aizen goes, powers up the entire group. He kills most of them, but he powers up certain individuals. Like, for example, the shark that she ended up fighting. Well, not fighting, but ended up scratching his face in half, really. She had issues with him, and Aizen saw that, so he purposefully gave that dude power. I'm not gonna say that he gave him enough power to fight her, but the level of power goes up compared comparative to the power that you have. The stronger you are, the bigger your power grows up, right? Rather, if you were to just take a regular hollow and power them up, they'd probably end up being on her level. So he was a regular hollow, and she makes light work of anybody that's regular. So as soon as he got his power up, he basically went to her level. And Aizen realized that, okay, if I make this guy strong, this guy will try and get his revenge on her. So he did that knowing that this dude would be strong enough to actually fight her and her friends. So when that dude actually goes to fight her and her friends, Aizen shows up, protects protects them, and he says the information that he knows. I know that you want more power now because you want this incident to never happen again. You don't want there to be a chance of somebody showing up stronger than you and almost killing your friends and almost killing you as well. That's not what you want. You want power, and he showed that he has enough power to defend her, and he also showed that, hey, this dude, you fought him, you knew how strong he was, and I'm the one who gave him his power. So he has an example of being able to strengthen people, and he has an example of the power that she wants. She want has an example of her not having enough power to protect herself. He has an example of that as well, right? So him doing the things that he did in the order that he did them, he basically played it as in like a chessboard. He basically did the king first, knowing that the king's guard that just got attacked would end up going to get revenge, and then he made the decision to, hey, I'm going to protect her because I know that if I protect her, she would trust me more and know that I'm not too dangerous, right? Like I'm not too against you. I'm not too untrustworthy. I can be trusted because I saved you and I granted you power to protect your friends. So regardless of if you trust me completely, you'll trust me enough to get what you want and trust me enough not to go against me essentially, which is what he's after. So, but like he said in this episode, he also thought that once he powers up all of the the hollows that he powered up, he thought that some of them would at least be near his power, but none of them were even close to his power level. So he basically just like, he's like, there's no point because if you guys aren't, if I couldn't create at least one of me out of you, then this whole project, I can just mark it off as a failure, right? And let that be that. But let's get into this.
These mortals have awakened the gods of old. We rise from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire. from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire. Now to strike. These mortals have awakened the gods of old. We rise from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire.
All right, I am finished with this picture of the shark bait. Hoo ha ha. Nah, but for real. I honestly liked her personality, but obviously it's one of them things where I don't know if look, I'm gonna say this. This is controversial. Um, I understand sometimes there's a gap, right? And I'm not saying like a gap in power between men and women. I'm not talking about that. I'm referring to people there that is a thing. But there's also a situation where sometimes that's not what matters, right? And somebody will make it about that, right? So what I'm saying is I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, but what I'm saying is her as a character, what she did, she made a group with girls, a group solely with girls, and she said that the guys like to take advantage of the girls that are weak or whatever, right? Which that doesn't that doesn't make sense. And what I mean by that is a strong person that gets stronger based on beating people will just choose anybody weak to attack and destroy. They're not just going after the women. But if the show is telling us, hey, women in this show are just weaker than men by every standard, then that's a different conversation, right? Then that would mean that all hollows are weak generally. I mean, all women hollows are weak generally. It's only 1 in 1 million that end up strong, and she's that one, right? But I don't think that that's true per se. The reason why I don't think that that's true per se is because we've seen plenty of weak males as well, right? Obviously, in the show, it's shown that there are far more strong males, but for an individual to make something about something that it's not, where you're like, hey, the guys in this place like to just attack all the weak girls, when that's not the case. It's probably just that they're just attacking the weak people, and the majority of the weak people just happens to be girls. That doesn't, like, people that create like a separation between genders based off of specific examples that they're given is not always fair. I know that you can base something like that off of um you can base that sometimes off of the examples that you're given, but to just flat out and be like, this is the only reason all of them like to attack, like you're just putting people in a box and being like, those are the only things that you guys are targeting, as if like almost these, they don't fight the weak males, the male hollows, they don't fight the weak hollows, the weak male hollows, they only fight the weak women hollows, which is not true. We've seen plenty of hollows literally just killing a bunch of hollows. We literally watched Grinjow Jaggerjack, which was one of the one of the strongest hollows, attacking a bunch of male hollows that were weaker, right? But the difference is, think about this. Think about this, right? If she came across, not even if, she has, the hollows that she encountered were being chased by male hollows. Yes. What would she do if she saw a woman hollow that was attacking another woman hollow? What would she do? Who would you recruit? Would you just kill the one that is trying to kill the other one? Or would you take the stronger one? You know what I'm saying? Like her, basically her group, her creating this group implies to me that she would go around in Las Noches and gather up all the women and make them all under her group, which in my opinion doesn't make sense, because just like men, not all men can be trusted. There are also women that can't be trusted, and I guarantee that, hey, you saved my life, thank you, I appreciate it, and then next thing you know, you end up getting stabbed in the back. Like you can't you can't justify somebody that you protect not turning against you. You cannot justify that they will always show loyalty to you, because the same thing can be said for Aizen. When Aizen came through, that he took the king's spot of Wakamundo to the point where the king still wanted revenge. He gave power to the king. He gave so much to the king, but he still didn't completely trust the king, and the king didn't even like him. But the king took the power and was waiting for his opportunity to try and attack Aizen. The same thing can apply in any situation. And I think the fact that she's just like, okay, I'm going to make this group of girls. These are all girls that I've protected from being attacked by men. It, it's weird to me, because I'm thinking about it in the opposite. I'm thinking about it in the, not even just if a strong woman were to attack a strong woman. I mean, a strong woman were to attack a weak woman. Who would you recruit? But if a strong woman also attacked a weak man, would you recruit the man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, because what they went around doing, they didn't go around protecting people. Her subordinates, or her guys underneath her, girls underneath her, they didn't go around attacking strong individuals. They didn't go around just fighting to protect themselves. They actually fought people, and they, like, I don't want to say bragged about it, but they were saying how the one deer girl was very strong for, for her rank, right? They weren't always being attacked at every turn. And when they came across individuals that, let's say, they thought would attack, they attacked. I doubt that they were just like walking around doing their own thing and then getting attacked, because they don't need to eat. So if they just wanted to create a group to protect people, why wouldn't they just stay in their cave after they got a group of the four people that they want? Because if they were going around protecting everybody, they'd have way bigger group, right? So where are all the people that they created this group to protect? Obviously, they created the group to protect themselves, right? The girls aren't going around absorbing people, right? So what are you fighting people for? Not everybody goes into your base. The only person that went into your base in that flashback was the shark dude that worked for the king of Los Noches. He walked into your base, but like everybody else, like I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird to me if you're a person that don't, if you don't need food, water, right? And you are wanting to protect yourself, would you really leave out of your house to go anywhere? What would you have? What would you need to go out of your house for? What would you need out there? Nothing. So why would you go out there anyways, right? Unless you're a protector, in which case you would protect people, and based on her history, she'd take them in. So if she still only has the same amount of people, then you don't have to go out of your base. You just have to stay in your base and protect the people that you just recruited. And that's it. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know what I can do in the comment section to make it better for you to watch next time. The glove is off. Peace, love. Thanks for watching.